I finally cracked the code on how to create custom decals in Rocket League for PC players. Let's go ahead and get on into it. So what you're going to want to do before anything is done is download Bacchusmod and install Bacchusmod and Alpha Console. I'm not going to cover a tutorial on how exactly to do that, but what I can do is give you the website. It's actually linked down in the bottom of the description of the video. Website looks like this. This is where Alpha Console is. This is where you can install Bacchusmod right here up at the top. I'm not even really going to explain how to do it because, I mean, there's a ton of tutorials on how to do it. But once you get that installed, you're ready to move on to the next step. Alright guys, so after Alpha Console is installed on Bacchusmod, your next step is going to be to follow one of the links in the description to download your very specific card that you want to go with. For this tutorial, I'm going to be going with the Fennec because I already have one done. And this is mainly just teaching you how to install it. There are plenty of tutorials online on how to customize the skins, but there's not enough that actually get those skins working properly. Okay, when you download these, you're going to get a Fennec JSON file, a Fennec chassis file, a Fennec skin file, and a Fennec template file. That's going to be what you're going to get in these 4 files from MediaFire. You're going to have to download each one individually unless you have like the Pro Edition of MediaFire. I don't. I just downloaded them individually, but that's fine. But let's go ahead and move on to the next step. Alright, so let's say you just finished customizing your decal for your car and you're going to export it. I'm using Photopea because it's a free Photoshop, but you can still export as a PNG. You're going to want to save it as Fennec _ and then whatever you want to put it as. So I'll just put it as Vortex because that's what I already got. And you're going to want to put that on your desktop. Okay. After getting it onto your desktop, you see I've got it right here. You're going to want to put all 4 of these together. And I recommend downloading Notepad++ to edit these JSON files because that is something you're going to have to do in order to get this thing to work. This one right here. You're going to have to download Notepad++ or some sort of equivalent that can allow you to open and look at the files on the inside of here. Once you're actually inside of the JSON file itself, you're going to see a bunch of code here. Now, don't get freaked out. It's nothing too crazy. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to delete the Fennec /. That's it on each of these. Just delete all the Fennec / on each one. Okay? Because that tells the Bacchusmod thing that it's in a folder, and it's not in a folder. We're just going to put it in the actual Bacchusmod folder itself. It's not going to be within a subfolder, so you don't need that Fennec /. And you're going to want to rename Fennec _template to whatever you decided to name your custom decal. You're going to do the same thing for the chassis. If you actually ended up editing the chassis, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to edit it to like Fennec _ like custom chassis, you know, whatever you decided to do if you decided to work with the chassis. Once you've finished editing everything and you are ready to go, make sure you hit File and Save. This is already saved for me because I didn't change anything else, but you'll hit Save and then back out. You want to open Bacchusmod before you launch Rocket League. Do not launch Rocket League yet. Launch Bacchusmod, hit File, open Bacchusmod folder. Don't get freaked out by all these folders. This is not confusing at all. Just go to Data, AC plugin, decal textures, and right here by default you're going to see the Octane decal textures. Do not worry about any of this stuff here. What we're going to do is we're going to drag and drop all of our files that we created for the Fennec here, and we're going to drop them in there. And just double check the file. You see my file is named Fennec _ Vortex, and then the chassis is Fennec _ chassis, Fennec _ skin. We're going to edit. We're going to make sure that matches, and it does. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and close that out, and then we're gonna launch Rocket League. Once you are inside of Rocket League, press F5 on your keyboard to open up Alpha Console. Go head over to Cosmetics and look down for decal texture mods right here. You will see blue decal and orange decal. What you want to do is select blue decal and then select Fennec, and then select orange decal and select Fennec. And bam, if you followed my steps exactly to the T, you will have your custom Fennec, Animus GP, Octane, Dominus GT, Skyline, whatever you decide you want to customize, you will have it right there. I hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, make sure you drop a follow, make sure you drop a sub, make sure you help me out. And if you have any questions about this, make sure to put them in the comments. I will try to answer as many comments as I can, as to the best of my ability. But I will see you guys later. I hope this helped you out.